Today I'm talking about equipment, and I really want to break down very simply what you need and what you don't need. I'm really passionate about getting your equipment down to a very small bag. If every time you go to film you need to gather all these things, you've got 3 different bags, you don't know who's got the tripods, you're just not going to go out and actually make videos. So it's really important to get your equipment down to a T. So on that note, what do you need? 100% the first thing you need is a microphone. There's 2 types of microphones. You can have either a shotgun microphone or a lapel microphone. And 95% of the time, a lapel microphone is all you need because probably you're capturing someone speaking to camera. So the industry standard is the Rode lapel microphone, and you can get one that either plugs into a normal traditional camera like a DSLR, or you can get one that plugs into a smartphone or an iPad. That's called the SmartLav Plus. Now with microphones, you can get a little gadget called the Rode Wireless Go. This thing is incredible, and it means that you don't have to physically plug the wired microphone from the person speaking down their shirt on the floor and into the camera. The receiver's on the camera and it's capturing the audio directly from that person no matter where they are. They could be on the other side of the room, walking through a field, and it's transmitting that crystal clear audio from their t-shirt straight into the camera. Honestly, it's just worth every penny. It's gonna make your life so much easier. Another piece of equipment that you definitely need is a tripod. This one's from Amazon. It's about $80 and it will hold your camera steady. And at the end of the day, that's really what you need it to do. Now, what you don't need is a gimbal. The new cameras, and including iPhones, have such incredible stabilization that you just don't need a gimbal for most of your shots. The other thing about gimbals is they're really complicated to use at the beginning. So people get them and think they're just an easy solution to beautiful shots. And then they go, oh, this is really difficult and this is really heavy. They're a pain to balance. Just don't get a gimbal, please, unless you really need to. The other piece of gear I do recommend is a light. And thankfully, these are no longer really expensive. They're getting cheaper and cheaper, smaller and smaller. And this is just gonna take your video from amateur to professional really easily. Now let's move on to cameras. What's the difference between filming on a smartphone and filming on one of these fancy DSLR or mirrorless cameras? Your iPhone probably shoots at a higher quality. It just will never give you that blurred background look that you can get from a DSLR camera. The number 1 camera I recommend is the Sony ZV-E10. This camera came out as a response to the proliferation of vloggers, and Sony came out with this extremely easy to use camera. It's got amazing autofocus, amazing stabilization, the screen flips out so you can see yourself while you're speaking, and the lens I recommend is the lens that I'm filming this with. It's the Tamron 28 to 75mm 2.8 lens. It's just a very convenient all-rounder lens that you can film your interviews with, you can film your B-roll with. I never take the lens off my camera. It just stays on there. If you do have an older DSLR camera, you're wanting to get by with it, yes, you'll be able to pull it off, but you will probably pull your hair out at the same time. It doesn't have very good autofocus. The stabilization is really bad. You're gonna have shaky shots, out of focus shots. Even if they're just 4, 5, 6 years old, unfortunately, they're just a bit outdated. The whole thing is about making it easy to make videos so that you do it regularly and that you see results from those videos. And it may be worth upgrading just so that you have a realistic chance of making good quality videos really consistently and really easily. So that's it, guys. That's all the equipment you need. It should all be down to one compact bag. If you've signed up to one of my workshops, you'll get your own personalized list of equipment. And if you've got all the gear and no idea, I'm the person to help. We can do a one-on-one workshop where I show you how to use your lights, camera, microphone to get really nice videos. It's a 1-day crash course delivered at your workplace. Any questions, send me an email and I'll see you next time.